Ah, my friend. Welcome back. It's good to see your face again here in Tentorium. You have caught me in the middle of creating some creatures, or monsters, I dare say. However, that is not what I desired to show you tonight. No, rather, I brought something much better. A trinket that I believe you will be very much interested in. I was hesitant at first to reveal this to you, as maps are rather dangerous. But as long as no one here lays an eye on them, save for you and I, the realm should be stable, in theory. Alright, come close. Well, here she is, in all of her beauty. What is it, you ask? Why, this is the first and only map of Tentorium ever created, of course. Well, the only map thus far. Here, as you're aware from your first visit, is Velveteer, the continent on which we currently stand. It rests in the northeastern region of Tentorium. But Velveteer, you may be thinking. Why is north different on the map of Velveteer from the north on this map? Good question, and here's the answer. They are not. Only your perspective is different. North in Tentorium is defined by the world's center, which would be here. So, for example, were I standing here in Velveteer near Wispwood, north would be this way. Similarly, if I were in this part of the Ring of Baranosen and I wanted to proceed northward, I would go this way. That is why Velveteer is drawn like this and not like this. There are many interesting things about this world, but the most interesting is how it's structured, or supported rather. As you can see, there are 4 pillars, each connected to a corner of the world. These are the ice pillars that hold up the entirety of Tentorium and keep it from falling into the unknown void below. Think of it like a chandelier suspended over a large ballroom by 4 chains. That is how Tentorium exists. What lies within the void? Some say endless waters. Others say numerous worlds stacked one below another like a shelf. However, no one really knows for sure. What is even more fascinating than the world is the map itself. Look around you. By this map alone is everything you see presently held up. Mountains, valleys, rivers, cities, cultures, it all hinges upon this simple parchment. If it were to be destroyed, so too would this world. If I was to add another continent, the world would be imbalanced and crumble beneath its own weight. Or if I was to take one away, a plethora of civilizations and species of animals would lie in ruins. That is the grave importance of maps in the making of subworlds. Once it is drawn, it cannot be undrawn. Should I desire to make any changes, I would be forced to rebuild it from the ground up, and the old world would have to be emptied of its occupants and completely abandoned. Thankfully, those who lived on the first world can be transferred onto the new, usually without any problems. They only remember the world in which they currently occupy, and any knowledge of the previous world is wiped from their memory upon immigration. So, thankfully, for the most minor changes, histories and lineages go untouched. You see, maps are not like stories. Stories can be changed, manipulated, molded. They are like rivers, which can be rerouted or dammed to better suit the environment around it. Maps, however, are concrete, solid in nature. The art of creating a map must be handled with much more thought, care, and preparation, because it is an art of absolutes. It is like chiseling a rock into an image of some sort. If a piece is chipped incorrectly, it cannot be unchiseled. A new rock must be brought in, and the work must be completely redone. Such is the way of forging worlds. I will admit, this process will have to be done with Tentorium. Though this is the first map, it will certainly not be the last. There is much to add, much to correct. Even as simple as this map is, there is still quite a bit of rearranging that needs to take place, I am afraid. The new one will be much more detailed and measurements more exact. Though it must be done, it is not a project that I wish to undertake presently. I'll have to allot myself plenty of time for planning, drawing, and transferring, time which I presently do not have. I've instead opted to forge its creatures, and its peoples, for the present anyway. However, when the time does come to reforge the world, I shall let you know. Unfortunately, I cannot share that process with you because I cannot build the new world within the old. That work must be done outside of the realm's time before anything truly exists, which, in fact, also includes the crescent moon. I must re-enter the Age of Void, which thus far I have not been able to successfully route a portal from Terra to. But that is a problem for another time. Right now I occupy myself with creating these monsters, which will plague the world and do already. If you wish, come back next week and I will tell you more of those wretched beasts. Until then, here's another creature I think you might be interested in. Come near and I will show you what I have forged. When Cain murdered his brother Abel, the author told Cain, "What hast thou done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." This tragic event was the inspiration for what I call the blood raven, a bleak, raven-like creature that emerges from the fresh corpse of a murdered soul, crying out for justice both day and night until it is avenged. Like the wind, they are invisible to the majority of mortal eyes, but their presence can be sensed by all. When near a blood raven, some say that they get a feeling that they describe to be like that of being watched or followed, while others record that they can hear a faint, shrill cry like that of a woman in labor. Though it is a spiritual being in nature, the blood raven is very much active in the physical realm, flying to and fro across Tentorium, its illuminated red eyes searching the lands for an avenger, longing for the demise of its perpetrator. So then, what happens to them after their cries are answered and justice is served? Well, I am afraid that must be left unanswered, for now. Fascinating, is it not? There's so much more to see and discover. Be sure to visit again, and I will show you many more of Tentorium's unique and terrifying creatures. Thank you for stopping by, friend. It is always a pleasure to see you here. I look forward to our next encounter. Good day.